on from Team 8, recently qualified for Code A. He's 3-5 this season. Not so great, but, I mean, he's not a bad player at all. I just think he's one of these guys that is a bit new to Pro League and sometimes still gets nervous on stage.
Yeah, I know, but he's been playing much better after that interview.
Oh, he has. Mr. I know, but...
Oh, man, I wish they released a full video. The full video is actually awesome.
I have no idea what happened, even though I was there.
Yes. I try to translate as much, but his opponent from Team Liquid, it is going to be Hero, playing for EGTO.
Hero 9-8 right now, 3-1 against Zerg, so quite good in that matchup. Definitely not his weakness at all there. And unfortunately, his last 2 games were losses, but behind that, he did have some wins. So I think Hero, yeah, he definitely can take out Shrew, but he can't underestimate him as well. No underestimations allowed here.
Never.
Never underestimate your opponent. Never,
That's
ever.
That's Proleague, and that's how Flash is able to win a lot of his games. He never underestimates any player in Pro League, and that's a mindset these pro players need to have.
Absolutely. It's 100% true.
Sure has 1 loss on this map, and Hero did not play on Neo Planet S.
Nope. And in this matchup, Protoss clearly are favored, but I mean, if we look at the stats from last game, things did not look good for Puma at all, but he managed to edge out the victory. So, who knows? Maybe True will be able to kind of help even the stats on this map, or Hero could just end up, well,
what do we have here?
Well. Hero is #1 in the Shindorin Stadium, 8-2.
That's a Protoss player.
Yeah, that is pretty scary. #1.
It's like, I've been through tons of Code A qualifiers, and this is my home.
That sounds like Hero, except that he's our Code S regular now.
Yeah.
I mean, he sometimes occasionally goes to the up and downs, or maybe Code A, but generally he's always hovering around Code S, or almost always. Same with Tasia, except Tasia's almost like cemented in Code S.
That is true.
Yeah, just like Nesty and MVP.
I was surprised that Nesty and MVP, Nesty actually made it into Code S this season.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he did get knocked out.
But he's still staying in Code A.
Well, he'll be going to the up and downs, I believe.
I'm still trying to calculate that in my head. Who's right? We don't know.
Well, I'm not 100% sure, but
at least up and downs, I think.
I'm pretty sure that the Code S players, they go to the up and downs if they get in the Code S and they lose in the first round, like the round of 32, I think, or 16.
I think it was more of they drop into Code A, and then
they're seeded into the up and downs, maybe.
No, they get seeded into later rounds of Code A. And if they lose that, then they go into up and downs.
Okay.
At least they won't get eliminated, because you can only get eliminated from Code A in round of 48.
It's actually quite embarrassing. I don't know Code A by now. It's been around forever.
Well, the format changed a lot.
It does. So. It's not exactly straightforward like the Pro League format is.
Pro League format, get 6 players, battle it out, and best of 1, ace match, get the score, write down the numbers.
It's very streamlined, straightforward.
And the playoff is slightly different. The playoffs.
That's where things can start to get hibbly-jibbly complicated.
And let me explain that a little right now. Every team wants to get a first place, because the first place team at the end of the season, they get a direct ticket to the finals.
They do. That first place is actually super important in Pro League. Super important.
They don't have to go to the playoffs. It's like, #1 team, we don't care about the playoffs. We go to the finals, and we're just going to wait whoever
Think
comes
about
up.
the strategic advantages of being seated all the way to the end there.
Yeah, but that also means that they're not going to play the game as long as some of the other teams who play in playoffs.
Yeah, but they get to think of more strategies to use and have tailored builds prepared for their opponents.
More relaxed, more time to relax with the vacation, maybe in the middle for maybe 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, just so they're fully fresh and rested, well rested, ready to go.
Yes. So both players are getting ready right now, and both players have the headset on.
You just waited for Hero to put his on so you could say that.
Well, in the previous video, it seems like he was putting on the headphone, and it seems like he took it off at the last second.
Just wanted to trick you.
Yep, and in this episode of SK Planet StarCraft 2 Pro League, Hero put the headphone on.
He did. All right, up. Got to get the earbuds in as well. Those
Perfectly.
headsets actually don't produce any type of sound. They're just noise canceling.
They're like the shotgun earmuffs, but the players are ready. So let's go into set 5 on Neo Planet S. Spawning on the bottom left position as the orange Zerg. It is going to be true.
And his opponent spawning up in the top right-hand position, the blue Protoss from the website and Team Liquid. It is Hero.
Playing for EGTL.
Indeed. So
So map Neo Planet S.
that is the map. You are correct.
Yes, I like this map, except when it comes to the stats, it seems like Protoss players are more favored on data.
Yeah, I guess they are. That's true.
So do you think Protoss imbalance exists slightly on this map, or is it because, we haven't seen that many matches so far?
I think that Protoss players in general in Pro League have simply been performing a little bit better than the other races. That's what I think first and foremost. But there are some map imbalances that have attributed Protoss to being able to succeed doing a lot of those Sentry Immortal all-ins against Zerg. Definitely something that we have seen a lot of on this map specifically too. But now with the recent changes to the last two versions of the map, I feel like it's actually pretty balanced at this point. And I mean, some Zergs may disagree. That's okay if you want to. That's fine, dude. I play random now. I can't just be favored towards Protoss anymore. But I think overall it's still decently balanced.
Yeah, well, let's look at the stats, including the GSO. 5-7 in TBC, PBC 8-2, PBT 7-1.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
some.
it's yeah,
Hold on a second.
PBC.
This is a very weird
Wait
forge
a minute.
placement for
Yeah,
Hero.
he put the forge on the high ground.
I'm actually really wondering what he plans on doing here. This is quite particular. I've never even seen this before. Forge on the high ground. He's going to make the Nexus still, but I have no idea why he would want to put his Forge on the high ground unless he wanted to hide
The
the
tech.
tech. That must be what he's doing here. This could actually just be insane mind games.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, on Cloud Kingdom, you get the Overlord in a small choke, and Neo Planet S, you have the same feature. In the small choke, the Overlord can sit there and not get attacked by the cannon.
Yeah.
By putting a Forge on the high ground, the Overlord cannot scout if you're going for the upgrades or if you're chrono boosting out a +1.
Yeah, so and if the Overlord comes from the bottom, the cannon's going to be able to spot it. If it comes from the top,
Well, there's already a Overlord in there somewhere, so...
oh yeah, it's gonna kind of chill there for a while. And ironically, this attack or this wall off could easily be killed by a Baneling Bust, but that's so far out of the metagame that we likely would not see that before Sentries came out.
Well, that's
And
why I want to see it happen, because it's so far out there that
it could
sometimes the
happen.
Protoss players, they do not expect it, and they lose to it.
Yeah. But true, he's getting his third hatchery up.
hmm
I think Hero just wanted to make his opponent feel very uncomfortable with this, and regardless if he goes for the Forge and uses it or not, he's still put True on edge, because you know what? I can almost guarantee you that he's never seen a Forge on the high ground like this in a standard game.
I didn't.
I
You
haven't
didn't.
either.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, his opponent's going to be thinking, why is the Forge up there? I'm a little bit confused. What are you going to do with that Forge, Hero? Should I even be concerned about it? Are you just trying to mind game me, or are you going to actually use it?
Yeah, well, at this point, he's just going to draw it up saying, oh, that was a mind game.
Yeah. But the smartest thing for True would be to just kind of scout around the map consistently and constantly with those Zerglings. Make sure that no proxy pylons get made where he is not sure where they are. And we still don't see the Forge upgrading anything.
Yeah, we have a stock coming out on the way, chrono boosted,
Mm-hmm.
and
Stargate.
Stargate going
All
up
right.
for Hero.
Cool. Stargate play. True is going to be concerned about some type of early push or attack, and then the Stargate is going to come out, and there's going to be Phoenixes everywhere, and True's going to be like, wait, what are you doing, man? I thought you were going for the timing attack here.
Now Stalker getting slightly trapped over there. However, Hero have, having a nice Stalker micro. He's able to pick off the Zerglings 1 and 2.
Yeah, just a little snipe off there. Overlord scouting, he's going to see the gas, going to be happy to see that.
And that's a map change that we have on
Yeah.
Neoplanet S.
Yeah, in the last version of Planet S, you actually couldn't really scout those gas timings unless you had a Overlord. Then you kind of just used it and you sacked it. You
Yeah,
suicided it.
well, you needed the Overseer to even see that unless you were sure that the units were out of position because the two assimilators, they were pretty much right next to the neutral supply depot.
Yeah. So we do have Phoenixes being built by Hero. I think he's going to wait till he has at least 3 before moving
Yes.
out. It's very likely here. And True, he's not going to be able to scout his opponent's base. He is not going to know what Hero's up to until Hero already decides to move across the map with those Phoenixes.
And do we have an evolution chamber?
No, I don't think
No, we
so.
don't.
No evolution chamber. That's a little bit weird, actually. Shuri is actually starting to build some roaches right now, so I think we're going to be seeing some aggression from him.
I think he wants to go for a bust given the weird wall that his opponent has.
Oh, that's perfectly acceptable.
Hmm.
The problem, though, for that situation is Hero has access to building Void Rays. He's already started his Robo, and he's putting down some gateways right now. So he's going to be prepared for anything that comes his way anytime soon here.
Well, it seems like he wants to ignore the number of voidways and pretty much finish the game with whatever he has. Because sometimes, if you have too many Zerg units, even if you lift all day long with the Phoenixes, it's not going to matter.
Oh, so smart getting the Void Ray right behind this. He is going to be completely safe against anything that could come his way. And
Yes.
his Phoenix, they're going to see the roaches. That's going to be awkward.
It's like,
It's like, oh,
okay. And
okay.
True's like, uh-oh.
She's like,
I
well, I better get an
need,
evolution chamber
yeah,
down.
right now. Well, he's killing a lot of drones right now, but Hero, he's also getting attacked at the natural.
He is. Hero's going to have to move back with those Phoenixes. He wants to lift a few of them up. The Void Ray will be finished soon here, though, and he's going to be able to use that to help
But
defend against this.
nice force field going now, but the Zealot actually forces the Zergling to actually go in, but nice force field going down yet again, traps the Zergling, and True is going to slowly push out.
Yeah, True's attack here did not work. It
And
just
then one Overlord pretty much suiciding into everything.
Hero is completely ready for it. He killed off a few drones early on. He forced his opponent to get Spore Crawlers, and since the attack didn't work, I think that Hero, he is in a good position for very strong mid-game timing.
Hero getting the Robo Bay up, while True getting the upgrades for his Roaches with the +1, and Speed out on the way with the Infestation Bit. However, Hero, he's going to try to do as much damage as possible with the Phoenixes and the Void Ray that
He
he
is.
has right now, but needs to pull away because
Too many queens. Way too many. 4 queens there. Doesn't matter how strong you are, you can't lift 4 queens
Unless
for
it,
Phoenix and expect to
yeah,
kill any of them.
gotta lift, bro. Lift better. Now, True gets perfect scouting on his opponent, sees the Robo Bay,
Yeah.
and also scouts that his opponent is sitting on 3 bases. I mean, 2 bases, excuse me.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a concern of True. But with the constant Phoenix harassment here, it's going to be really annoying, killing off a lot more drones there, and Overlord just being as annoying as possible. And
But,
that is a
yeah,
lot of queens. That is a
that's a
lot.
tons of queens just moving around the map. But now Hero is slowly moving out on the map.
It is.
Just poking out. Not even moving out, just poking out.
Is Hero going to go for a third base? It looks like he probably will. I think he's going to.
He's getting a Colossus out right now, and he's slowly moving towards the third area, so it's most likely that he's going to take the
Yep.
third base. There we go. And just wall off whenever he can, because he doesn't want any circling run-bys.
Now, despite all the queens out on the map, True has not actually done a great job of creep spreading.
Yes.
So that's something that he definitely needs to work on as a Zerg player.
Now we have the Spire going up. We have the Hive on the way for True on 3 bases. I
Yeah.
would like to see him also get up to 4th base, get the 7th and the 8th gas up for the total of 8 gases
Yeah.
for the Hive tech play.
Great to see that. More great harassment coming here from Hero, killing off so many drones. I would love to see the drone kill count because it's got to be at least 10 by this point.
Yes, it has to be at least 10 or 11. There has been 5 drones killed before, and he just killed about 5 from there. So,
Just
yeah.
consistent harassment. Oh, he's got to watch out for those infestors.
And true, he is gonna get a fort base.
Yep.
Corruptors are out on the way, and +2 out on the way for True.
Indeed.
So what do you think about the overall situation right now between the two players?
Still anyone's game right now. I feel like Hero is he's got to be feeling pretty comfortable. Oh, that Stalker though, it's going to get killed there. Or maybe not.
Well, he didn't want to lose too many Zerglings. Kill one Stalker.
That's a lucky Stalker, man. Blink is almost complete. Now, look at this. True getting the Roach Drop upgrade. Greater Spire. Let's do attack. And a double Forge is about to be finished for our Team Liquid Protoss player.
+2 and +2 out on the way for Hero and True. Like you said, getting the Greatest Spire, getting more Spine Crawlers, and trying to deal more damage with the Phoenixes before they get taken down, but the Corruptors are here.
They are. And actually a little bit of a miss micro with those
Yes.
Phoenix there, not targeting down the drone in time. The Corruptors and the Queen were able to go in there and snipe off a few of them. So those Phoenix, they're not going to be too useful throughout the rest of the game.
Now, True's getting tons of Zerglings.
He is. He's getting a lot of Lings. I'm not sure how that's going to do against this unit
Yeah.
composition from Hero, though. We've actually seen this before in the past. A Zerg player, they'll get a lot of Corruptors, Zerglings, Infestors, and the Protoss army, it's very Colossus heavy, very heavy on Zealots, and it ends up doing a lot of damage. And there's just enough Stalkers in there, you know, to provide the meat of the army.
Yeah, and that's why I'm curious. I mean, he saw all those Colossus, but look at this. Second group of Zerglings gonna out of position and gonna try to go for a run by. However, the Void Ray is in position to scout every single Zerglings. Hello.
Indeed. Oh, look at this. We have Overlords with speed and the drop finished. So I'm wondering what he plans on doing with these. It's really
Is he
interesting.
gonna try to drop on top of the units? Just like the Bailing Bomb? I don't think that's gonna work out well. I think it's better for him to just drop into the main. Well, the fort base is under fire right now by True, and it seems like his units are out of position to deal with that, so he's just gonna let it go.
I don't think he can save it. I wish the Observer would focus on there. And
Yeah,
yes,
it
the
got
base
taken
does
down.
go down. But this is, look at this. This is a very scary army from the Protoss player, but there are Broodlords out from our Zerg player.
Oh, little mistake. Queens are out of position. They were going for the Void Race early on, but now picked off. Now the Temple Archive is out on the way, and should be taking the fort base.
Yes. Templar Archives, Fleet Beacon, Charge, +3 attack. Hero's getting all of his upgrades right now, and he's going to be in a pretty good position, I feel.
Yeah, and that's also because True, he wasn't mining from 4 bases at all.
It wasn't.
He got the fort base up, no drones over there.
He has the Broodlords, which are going to be very deadly. And actually, whoa, Hero doing a good job sniping off a lot of units here, but, I mean, this Zerg army can be remade pretty fast.
And he could remake some of the Zerglings into much better army at this point. Well, he doesn't have the economy to do so because he's still sitting on 3 bases, and Hero, he's gonna slowly push in.
Where are the infestors? True is going to need them.
Well, I don't see any infestors, and
Oh
there's a blink
no!
forward. The Brewlords are pretty much uncovered right now, but there's so many Spine Crawlers, and the Brewlings pretty much covering the Stalkers from inching forward, and the Corruptors taking down every single Colossus, but Brewlords are being taken down right now.
Yeah, so it looks like it's almost essentially going to be a trade between the two players. The Corruptors getting, or sorry, the Broodlords getting traded for most of the Stalkers and the Colossus.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake by True. Losing the Colossus at that point is like, okay, but losing the Brewlord is, I don't know
They are
about
harder
that.
to replace.
Yeah, I don't know about that decision.
Well, I mean, if
Well,
you look at it, neither players really got a huge edge out of that win. Maybe Hero did because he can just delay that critical mass of
yes.
Broodlords.
And he has a mothership already on the field.
He
He's
does.
getting the Templar, so he
Yeah,
bought enough time to get the tech he wants.
he did. So the real question is going to be how many Broodlords can our Team Azer get in order to be safe here?
Well, he's getting up to about 8, I think. So,
Oh, the
he's just...
circling run by is going to do a lot of damage here.
by a lot of damage, one probe.
Yeah, one probe. That's a lot of damage, man.
Well, better news for that is he delayed the mining for a few seconds.
Oh, yeah.
And by a few seconds, I mean about 10.
Yeah. All right, so Hero, I guess he's just working up to get his ideal army composition. Essentially the same thing for True. He's getting queens. He's getting brood lords. He wants to get a lot of them out. Kind of like what Stefano did, but... Oh, those
Yeah.
stalkers.
Well,
Ooh.
doesn't matter because those stalkers killed the 4th base and the 5th base
Oh, very
of
nice.
True. And that's the problem with True right now. He has the tech. He doesn't have the economy.
He is, and he's literally starved
Yeah.
right now. He's not going to be able to remake that very deadly Broodlord Infestor army composition if it gets taken out one time. That's it, just once
hmm
by Hero.
And remember what you said about as a Protoss player, you want your opponent to drag, pretty much attack into you?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much Hero is setting up for that because he's starved on the minerals, so True needs to make sure he covers all those bases. But if Hero can actually take down tons of bases right now, then it's
Ooh.
gonna force True to attack into that army.
Yeah, but hold out that. We have a potential drop coming here, but True completely ready for it. He has units. He's going to have to get
Well,
rid of it, but before I blink...
uh-oh, Brewlor's uncovered yet again. Small mistake by True, and Hero, he's just gonna pull out after that.
Yeah, very smart to pull back. Unfortunately, the drop didn't do anything because the units were ready for it, but that drop did allow the Broodlords to be undefended.
Really nice distraction.
Essentially, yeah, a good distraction. And that gold base is gonna be toast.
Hello, go base, and I'm just gonna ignore you.
So Hero, when is he gonna decide that base is there and he should attack it? I don't know.
Well, I
Okay,
guess
now he
he's more
does.
focused on getting his army in a better position and getting the Vortex off on the Broodlords right now. +2 out on the way for Air. Neo Parasite is also out on the way because he saw the mothership.
Smart. You do
But
want to get that Neuro Parasite. Very useful.
do you know how many infestors there are right now?
I don't think there's actually too many out right now. Maybe
Yeah.
like a handful, like 4 to 6, but there's not a critical amount of infestors now.
Oh,
Drew's
beautiful,
just been focusing on Broodlords.
beautiful play by Hero. Attacking the fort base again and gonna deny it yet again.
Looks like it.
That's all he has to do. I mean, Zerg's sitting on 3 bases. They're eventually going to starve. Even if they have a huge army, if they just screw up once, then they can't win the game.
They can. I mean, that's still a very scary amount of Broodlords there. It's looking the count's starting to get quite high here.
Hero sitting on 4 bases. None of the bases getting touched right now. Seems like Shu's going to try to touch that 4th base, but the 5th base. The cannon's going up trying to defend defend that right bottom base, but here we go. Hero slowly pushing out with the Colossus. Now the Broodlords are in a perfect position, much better than the previous position because now those are covered.
Oh, they are. I mean, Hero, he's going to need to use really good force feed, or sorry, he's going to need to use good feedbacks in Storm in order to deal with this Broodlord army. He's not even, well, now he's maxed out, and actually, this is cool.
Nice warping.
Nice warping.
Really nice warping. Look at that. Hero, he killed up to 53
So
drones.
smart. The +2 does finish.
Uh-oh.
Hero's just all over the place, man. He's continuously denying expansions, and eventually True is going to run out of resources.
All True can hope is to win the one battle and then pretty much go for the counterattack and wipe out every single thing that Hero has. But with the Brewers out of position, True can pretty much go for the 3rd base right now and pretty much cripple True's economy.
Well, we're starting to really see the power of Hero here in this matchup, constantly attacking his opponent from
Oh,
different angles. That was quite scary, but Hero able to
yeah.
blink out of there just in time.
That was a perfect position for the Brewlords. Even if he gets the Vortex off, he can't get the Archons in there. So that was really good.
But look at that, 7 Templars, so 8 Templars being warped in, and they're all going to become Archons.
It really depends on if True can avoid the Vortex.
You know what I think? I think that Hero knows about that bottom right base, but he's waiting for it to complete before killing it off.
Yeah, he just wants to make sure that his opponent doesn't have the economy.
Yeah.
Now, Hero is slowly pushing out again, but needs to make sure that the Brewlords get out of there. That's a really scary force, but if the Vortex goes off, then the game might be over.
Storm
Nice
actually hitting
animation. Here
Uh-oh.
comes the Vortex on the Brewlords. That's the initial one, and the Archons get in there. And we all know what happens. Well, some of the Brewlords are out of position, but here we go. Second Vortex.
There's some Archons, though, that aren't in the Vortexes. He needs to get those in there.
One of the Force Vortex, there's plenty of Archons in there, but there was only 2 Brewlords. Now, the second one. Let's see what happens.
There's going to be a lot in there.
Nice.
Storm connecting with everything there.
And nice blink under into the Vortex, and all the Brewlords get taken down. The score is going to be 3-2 GG.
GG. Hero playing that fantastically there, showing the power of his multitasking. There is simply nothing True could have done in that situation. His army was too slow, too immobile. He did not have enough infestors and broodlords in his army to actually, win the game and, force a big push. Yeah, very, very well played by Hero. Very well played. It's pretty much textbook PvZ at this point.
So can EGTL snap their losing streak and finally win a match again?
It's looking like it. All JYP has to do is take out Kier in the next match, and they will be able to do it. And beating Team 8, top 3 team, very impressive.
So we'll be back after this commercial break. It is going to be Cure against JYP on Neo Bifrost.